Hi, everybody. It is Friday, November 14th. We are less than 2 weeks away from Thanksgiving. Let's see, we have 7 days of school left until everybody can get a nice little break. I'm sure everybody's excited for that. It's one of those spots where people always start to get a little tired and stressed, and I think everybody's looking forward to that yummy food and family time coming up in less than 2 weeks. So this week, start off as always with our PBIS winners. So from fifth grade this week, we had Miss Mara D, and as she helped out someone this morning, and so we told her, "Hey, karma stays undefeated." She did a nice job helping someone out this morning, and had a ticket in there, and it ended up being a lucky one. So there you go. Nice job, Mara. From sixth grade, we had Kaiden T. From seventh grade, Zoe W. And then from eighth grade, Miss Emma A. So congratulations, everybody enjoyed their Taco Bell today. Lots of Baja Blasts. I tried talking them into the zero sugar Baja Blast, but it didn't work. They wanted the sugar. And so, sorry, parents. Hopefully they're okay when they got home. So, also, Donuts with the Principal this week. I want to thank the Lown family and also the Ostrander family for sponsoring this week. So, as always, had a nice fun group. A lot of chocolate donuts, a lot of frosting this week. So it was pretty popular. But again, as always, good time. And as I told them, it's always my favorite time of the week. So hanging out with those kids and eating some donuts. There we go. Also, in terms of PBIS, our climate and culture group for students, we're actually going to bump it up a little bit this year. And normally we've done our bowling trip in the spring, right before spring break, but we'd like to do one a little bit earlier this year. Really encouraging people to finish off the semester strong because we're about halfway through, between a third and halfway through the semester. About 4.5 weeks here before Christmas break, which seems crazy to think of that too. But kind of the same things we've had before of no major discipline referrals, tardies, making sure, so 3 or fewer tardies total out of all your classes over about a 5-week span there. And then no missing assignments and making sure you're passing all your classes. So there we go, those 4 things they were working at, and then they can earn that bowling trip, which has been a really, really good time the last few years. And again, all that is possible. Thank you to the donations last couple of years to help build up that account for doing cool stuff for our kids. So looking forward to that, and I'm looking and hoping everybody can rise up and meet that challenge. Also, a different challenge going on. We have a couple more days to bring stuff in. Food drive, trying to put those baskets together. We got over 20 families we're trying to help out for Thanksgiving. Put a nice little Thanksgiving food basket together for them. And so for 5th grade, remember, your job is canned corn. 6th grade, you're on top of canned green beans. 7th grade, you guys have the mac and cheese. And then for 8th grade, you guys have soup. So any donations you can make, even if it's 1 or 2, that's still awesome because it all kind of comes together and helps our local folks out. And again, just a reminder, we have those posted. If you need any resources or help coming in the holidays, there's some different places for food resources. Hopefully, now that I think our government's got some things figured out, hopefully some of those other things will come back into place, which help a lot of our folks around our area. Okay. Also, update, as you may have seen, hopefully, on our website and on social media, our middle school quiz bowl teams did an awesome job last week over in reading in the Big 8 tournament. So in 7th grade, due to some scheduling things or other things like that, we had a one-man team. So congratulations again to Easton. He was a one-man team, took 2nd place all by himself against the team from reading one. They had 5 guys. So they got to discuss things. So pretty cool for him. And then also our 8th grade team, we had 3 teams. Super excited for that. We had a bunch of kids. And in practice, just the day before, they were all really close with each other. And all 3 of them did well. And one of our teams took 3rd place. So they did a great job there. So Jaden and Madison, Olivia and Haley did some really nice work there. What's crazy is They were 1 point behind second, 3 points behind first, and then actually they were like 1 point or so ahead of fourth and 1 point ahead and another point ahead of fifth. So first through fifth were just a handful of questions apart out of 80 total questions. So every question matters. It's getting people to know lots of random stuff. You don't have to be a genius. You just have to know a lot of random things. That's what makes a good Quiz Bowl participant. And so again, really, really proud of all those guys. Hopefully we'll get another competition or two a little bit later in the year. But again, appreciate and always love working with my Quiz Bowl kids. Also, youth and government. So we have a little over a dozen kids that are going up to our annual trip up to Lansing. We're excited. We have some younger kids coming up, and so we have 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, and we have some kids that are doing things from being a clerk for a committee to being committee chair. All the kids that worked really hard on writing their bills, and they'll get to practice all those things. We're pretty darn good at parliamentary procedure, so I'm proud of that. Mrs. Bailey's been working hard with them on that, and so hopefully we're ready to go. So that'll be Sunday, Monday, and we come back Tuesday, and we usually have some really tired kids Tuesday afternoon because they go nonstop there in Lansing. So again, excited for them. We'll give you an update next week on how that all went. Also, athletics then, kind of wrap it up there. Our 7th grade boys basketball team had another couple big wins, so they're 3-0 on the year, looking really, really good. Coach McCav is doing a good job. It's a big team, so he's doing a good job getting everybody in there and getting lots of opportunities for everybody. 8th grade ran into a couple tough opponents this week in Springport and Stockbridge. Some tall kids, some really big kids there, and fall hard, but unfortunately came up a little bit short. So they'll both be back in action next week on Monday and Wednesday. We got a couple home games, so if you want to come on out, support the boys, and hopefully bring them some luck out there. And then also really excited for our competitive cheer team. They've been working hard each night. I know they've got, I think, some extra practice this weekend too, because they have their first competition over in Concord on Tuesday night. So wishing our girls a ton of luck there. I know coaches have them all ready, and they're excited to get that first competition in next week. So all that being said, it's been another good week. Again, we're about halfway through November. Hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. Enjoy the warmer weather that we have today and tomorrow. And go Blue tomorrow in the game at Wrigley Field. And go Lions Sunday night. We'll see you next week.